I just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine.
Good racing there, you guys.
The penultimate race of the first season of the Tuesday Night Thunder Truck Series storms to Sin City for a duel in the desert. It's QSR Simulations' presentation of the Tuesday Night Thunder Truck Series here on V-Speed for the PDI 150. PDI is your one-stop shop for everything diesel injection, from pump repairs to turbochargers. PDI specializes in Bosch, Denso, Zexel, Delphi, and more. With nationwide shipping and trusted brands, they've got you covered. Check out PDI for all your diesel needs. They're the best in the business and proud to sponsor tonight's race. For my count, I believe the third time this season we've had a PDI-sponsored race. Appreciate them and everything that they've done for QSR this season. I'm your host and producer, Morgan Cook, and you are watching V-Speed. If you haven't already, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification icon so you don't miss a moment of the action that you can't get anywhere else. The QSR Tuesday Night Thunder Truck Series exclusive here on V-Speed, as many of our other leagues are as well. Great racing throughout this season. You got this one and one more next week before we crown a champion for the Tuesday Night Thunder Truck Series for the first time in its history. Already mentioned, we're in Sin City, Las Vegas Motor Speedway, 1.5 miles of high downforce, high horsepower racing here in these trucks. 20 degrees of banking in the corners, 8 degrees on the front stretch, 4 corners as your typical oval has. Bottom is dominant here for the most part. You can get away with the high line in turns 1 and 2 to avoid the bumps. Bumps will play a factor. Tire wear will play a factor. And it's just a fun racetrack here in Las Vegas. We'll see a lot of action tonight, I am sure. And that's going to lead us right into the points. And talk about fun. Jesse Gordon, Daniel Malnix, Ryan Philbrick separated by only 9 points for your top 3. Ronnie Joyner, bit of a setback last week in Kansas. He is 4th in points. Jason Foskey runs to top 5. And it's a logjam behind the 29 of Foskey. Brent Dowland, Stephen Mago, Patrick McPeak, all clustered together. Tristan Pena, Austin Thomas, Carter Linz, who's missed a couple races, and Derek McMurtry round out your playoff 12. So last week, Gordon got one over on Malnix. Philbrick was right there as well. It's going to take a heck of an effort here tonight. You're going to have to separate yourself from the rest of the field moving into Talladega next week, or else you're going to be in trouble for a championship. November 19th, next week, Talladega. Make sure to stay tuned for that one, or tune in for that one, rather. We're not going to stream for 7 days straight. That would be wild here. That'd be quite a bill for QSR. We don't need to do that to them. But Talladega next week to wrap up the championship should be an absolutely thrilling event there next week. We got a little bit of time. Now is a great time to talk about the pole winner. And this one presented by Dark Ace Digital. They make many of the paints here in the QSR Tuesday Night Thunder Truck Series. If you're looking for a paint scheme, might be a good person to go check out. Check them out on Discord. Dark Ace Digital. Anyway, the pole award winner tonight, your points leader, Jesse Gordon, starting the night off right. He will lead the field to green here in about a minute's time. Another 30 seconds until we hit the grid, and we'll get to your grid. But until then, Dark Ace Digital, make sure to check them out whenever you need a paint scheme or any kind of iRacing art. Very good at what they do. Appreciate Waylon Turner and everybody who makes that go around. Just a few seconds until we get it fired up here tonight. This racetrack always provides entertaining racing. I've run here, I think, twice in QSR competition and lost both times, as you would imagine. Daniel Molnix, I think, won both of those events, but it's a fun one here regardless. Now it's time for the grid. Starting on the pole, Jesse Gordon, and not too far behind his championship competitor, Daniel Molnix, will start second in the Elvis Blue Deuce here tonight. Third spot on the grid, going to be Ronnie Joyner. Another playoff contender, Patrick McPeak, in fourth, making good of that playoff berth he got at Dover earlier in the season. Fifth spot, Stephen Magot to start the race. Tristan Pena will roll off sixth. Seventh will be Ryan Philbrick in the 06. Quentin Stewart have one of his better qualifying efforts of the season. He will start eighth tonight. Ninth will be Gerald Sensabaugh in the 43. Brandon Yates with, I believe, his first top 10 start of the season. Great work for the 15. 11th will be Austin Thomas tonight. Jason Foskey rolls off 12th. That's row 6. Row 7 belongs to Galen Wunsch in the 199 and Brent Allen in 14th in the 13. 15th will be Reed Sanders in the 4. Dirk Likes making his return to the series in the Indianapolis Colts 3. He's probably just as sad as I am. 17th will be Larry McClellan in the 52. Shane Ferguson starts 18th. 19th will be John Briel in the 00. Mike Petrid, race control tonight, will not take the grid. 22nd, Brody Duche is how we're going to go with that. 22nd on the grid here tonight. And that is a look at your field here. Now let's look at the blimp from the blimp camera here, high above this Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's the trucks just now gridding, waiting for a few drivers to populate. Jason Foskey, namely, is the one we're waiting for. There he is. I think he just popped in there. Mike Peachin obviously will not grid as he is race control tonight, making sure that we all stay safe here at Las Vegas. While we are waiting, let's have a look at the race analysis. 100 laps is going to make up the distance tonight, the scheduled distance. We have had green-white checkers in this series before. Would be surprised if we got one here tonight, but stranger things have happened. Pit road speed is 50 miles an hour. Pretty easy one to get onto, but you definitely can speed if you're a little too overzealous. 5 tire sets available tonight. 2 green-white checkers, just in case. 46 to 50 laps on fuel, so you can maybe one-stop this if you stretch both stints as far as you can go. A little clutching, maybe shut the engine off, you might be able to get there. iRacing fixed setup as we've come to expect here in the QSR Tuesday Night Thunder Truck Series, and no fast repair available. That's only for super speedways. So you get in trouble like Ronnie Joyner did last week, that is likely all you're going to have in terms of speed in the truck. Jesse Gordon, Daniel Molnix have the field in tow behind them. Rolled on the backstretch. The final time before green. Just about through the season. Every race could be your last shot at getting this championship for those top 4. All of which are starting in the top 7. The cream rises to the top, as they say. It certainly has this year. And who is going to make a mark in the desert? 100 laps from finding out. Green flag in the starter's hand. Into the restart zone. We're green in Las Vegas. lap 1, pole sitter, Jesse Gordon. Don't look now, that 24 hot on his heels. We'll likely see some pack-style racing to start this thing off, not quite to the extent you see at Daytona or Talladega, but it's a good chance we'll see drivers nose to tail here for at least 10 to 15 laps until the tires start to burn in. Jesse Gordon has a connection issue there. First side-by-side battle is the 50. I believe that's Tristan Pena. Yes, different number on that that truck tonight. Fighting with Mago. The familiar 83. Seen that truck all season long, looking exactly the same. Peak slides off the bottom a bit, down in front of the CEO. That's Quentin Stewart. Oh, we got contact in the back. Reed Sanders gonna go for a ride. Luckily, everyone able to avoid that one. Almost caught John Creel on the rejoin. Oh, big crash. Big crash. Just missed that. Was that Sensabaugh? It was. The 43 is around, and that is going to put a damper on the Mizzou driver. Here tonight, the 22 involved as well. That's John DeBarro. All right. We'll see what went down on this one. Back a little bit further. So right behind Quentin Stewart. Let's go have a look at where 6 is running. It's going to happen at the other end of the racetrack. Let's see what leads up to it. We saw this earlier, the 83 in the outside wall a little bit. 6 had to lift, I think. Oh, he got a little tight. And then Sensabaugh got in the back of him. Galen once turned him around. Oh, Brandon Yates again. That guy just can't catch a break this season. Caught up in another incident. Not much he could do there. Was right on board with the 15. See this one land right in his lap. It happened down on the bottom, about 5 trucks ahead. There you see the 43 get turned and boom, right in his lap. And just nothing you can do with that case. That's tough. That is a tough break. '15 still on pit road. We had the top 13 stay out. Quentin Stewart pit for damage repair. Dirk Like, Stephen Mago, Larry McClellan, Gerald Sensabaugh, Brent Allen, John DeBarro on pit road. Brandon Yates as well. Obviously, we've seen the 15 already with some significant damage. Jesse Gordon continues to lead the field. This time got Ronnie Joyner behind him, as the 24 was able to make use of the inside line on the restart, get by his teammate Daniel Molnix. 24 is not out of it on points yet. There's definitely still a chance. There's still an avenue for him to get in. He needs to have a great race today and a great race next week. Possibly 2 wins would do it for him. Have a look at the point standings as it is crunch time. Only 18 out. I would say Foskey's probably a little too far back to be able to make any noise, but Ronnie Joyner is right there. So is Philbrick, Daniel Molnix, Jesse Gordon. Obviously, those 4 are your title contenders right now. I believe the only 4 with a reasonable shot at getting the job done for this chip, either this week or next week at Talladega. A lot of crazy racing to happen at that big old 2 2/3 mile racetrack in Alabama. Still a couple cars on pit road. John DeBarro in the 22 saw him light contact at the end of that incident. Gerald Sensabaugh with heavy damage. Brandon Yates has heavy damage. Brent Allen off the pit lane. There he is. That was one of those deals, racing incident. I can't put blame on anybody. I mean, a car got tight. Car tried to lift to avoid him and slipped the racetrack and got hit from behind. It is what it is. These things happen all the time. And no blame assessed on that go around. Should be taking the 1 to green this time by reset the field for you. Jesse Gordon, Ronnie Joyner, Daniel Mulnix, Ryan Philbrick, and Tristan Pena are your top 5. Patrick McPeak in 6th. Austin Thomas up to 7th. Galen Wunsch is 8th. Jason Foskey 9th. Shane Ferguson up to 10th. A lot of big movers so far in this race. Got the 90 up now. 9 spots. John Briel's up 8. Shane Ferguson up 9. A lot of drivers taking advantage of that incident involving the 6. Quentin Stewart, Gerald Sensabaugh, Brandon Yates, among others. Pace lights are out as we roll turn 2. Field only missing 1 truck, and that is Brandon Yates. Everyone else back on the racetrack. Gerald Sensabaugh's 1 lap down. Everyone else on the lead lap. Brandon Yates obviously in the garage. Probably not going to get back out here anytime soon. Field in the hands. Jesse Gordon in the 10. Ronnie Joyner, who's outside. Now the top 4 in the points are the top 4 in the race. Ready for a shootout. We're green here in Vegas once again. Philbrick with a great launch. Mulnix did not get going. This has a championship feel to it. Not too far away from Phoenix. Find ourselves down here in the desert, side drafting. 06 is able to get by. 24. Battle behind them. Galen Wunsch trying to join the party as well. Get around Patrick McPeak and Tristan Pena. They are all scattered. Oh, contact for the 199 and the 50. We're able to sort it out. No issues there, no ill will there either, I wouldn't think. A little farther back, we got trucks bobbing and weaving all over the place. It's the Indianapolis Colts machine of Dirk Likes, your Daytona winner. Gonna roll the high line behind John Briel. Let's see if he can get to the quarter panel. I don't know if you want to with how aggressively the double zero is blocking. Got another sports team to the inside. That's the Detroit Red Wings machine. Apologies of Green Sanders. Ferguson and Foskey fighting right there. Jesse Gordon still up as the leader here. Pretty much single file all the way back behind him. 1 truck way out of line, I believe that is John Briel. That is all the way back for 15th position. As the double zero was sliding back ever so slightly throughout this run. He's got Brent Allen to the inside now. Oh, we got Dirk Likes in the outside wall. I think he's going to be all right. Another driver falling back fairly quickly through this field. Quentin Stewart's back out on the racetrack as well. You mentioned that. In the 6. And let's have a ride on board with the CEO. There he is. Only driver on the cabs tonight. At 18th right now. Not going to be able to get the run on Dirk Likes this time around. Look at Battle in front of him. Teammate Brent Allen on the inside. Galen Wunsch on a mission here, going to try and get around McPeak. Oh, right in front of Austin Thomas. Slide job gone wrong. I don't think the 35 is going to like that too much. driver, the 199, to be fairly aggressive. Most aggressive move right there. Get to the inside. No, he cannot. Reed Sanders falling into the field. What happened to the 4? Some sort of incident here. Let's go back and see if we can figure out what happened. Caution is out on the speedway. I think Jason Foskey will get that in just a second here to finish up with the 4. Caught the outside wall. Oh, contact there with Mago. He's back up on the racetrack. No harm, no foul there. What happened to the 29? See that here in just a second. Oh, he got right hooked by the 21. Oh, hard into the outside wall for Jason Foskey. That might be a day ender. Oh my. Let's ride on board of Shane Ferguson and see what happened there. Gyro cam. Oh, some net code. Definitely net code there. And that last move was questionable. Regardless, one truck's in the outside wall. One truck runs 14. We'll let the stewards decide what happened there. Mike Petrin on the case. But it does not look like it's being too favorably given to the 21. Looks like this is an EOL. Getting charged with that caution. 16 laps in. Whole field hitting pit road this time. While we pit, give you a little race recap. This is our second caution of the day. Jesse Gordon has led every lap so far. That would be 16 when we cross the start-finish line in mere moments. There's all the trucks on pit road. See who wins the race off pit road. Everyone clean in the box. See one driver off a little further back. Top 4 come out as the top 4 again. No position change for the top 4. Everybody else able to get back on the racetrack. Save for the 21 who still sits in the pit box. Obviously, pretty heavy damage to the back end of that machine. We'll see if he's able to get it repaired. Brent Allen also on pit road for an extended amount of time, as is Jason Foskey, Reed Sanders, Gerald Sensabaugh also on pit road for a while. I think I didn't see some drivers retire here. Ferguson out of the pit lane. Interesting start to this one, for sure. Might be going 1 to green this time. We'll see here in just a moment. Once the 10 catches the pace truck. The good news for the pace car driver today, there are no barrels. No barrels to hit. So that will not be a concern here tonight. We will take a quick commercial break. Be back right after this. You've been watching QSR Simulations Tuesday Night Thunder Truck Series here on V-Speed. The PDI 150 in Las Vegas. Be back right after this.
And here comes Milo, big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Mr. Marty's there. Cannot count out to 37.
Oh!
No, gets burned!
Cabot, where did he come from?
He
Here comes Slack.
A punch from the 33.
It's a drag race.
The Magic Man wins it Auto Club.
Back here on V-Speed, your host and producer Morgan Cook. And if you haven't already, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a moment of the racing action. We got this one and one more next week at Talladega here for the QSR Tuesday Night Thunder Truck Series on the 1 to green here. 19 laps into this race if you're just joining us. 2 cautions. The 10 machine, Jesse Gordon, has led every lap so far. The top 4 in the race are the top 4 in the points. It's pretty much heads up. It's almost like the Cup Series at Phoenix this past weekend. Just about like that. We're going to go green here for the 3rd time today. The restart zone, slow roll for the 10. Philbrick with a good jump. Definitely the best one that 2nd place has gotten today. Gonna barrel it off down to turn number 1. Big push from Joyner to the back bumper. Philbrick way high. Gonna give that spot up, it looks like. Oh, big crash in the back. We got cars everywhere. Oh my goodness. Patrick McPeak's in at the 22. I saw the 35 around as well. Disaster in the back of the field. Caution out instantly. Stephen McGough is destroyed. That truck's worse for wear. Oh boy. Back and see what happened here. What happened in front of him? The 35 got turned. Yeah, 35 got turned. Let's go back a little further here. There's Austin Thomas. It all started with him. Back on the replay here at the initial start. Decent launch behind the 6 inside of Galen Wunsch. Tristan Pena right behind him. Pena got to his corner there and yeah, didn't really give him much room. Couldn't save it. Then the 83 got caught up, 22 with the 61. Yeah, just a bunch of trucks going for that same real estate. Let's check out from John Briel's on board. He had to stop, in fact, for the 50. Let's see what he saw. Mind his own business in the top lane. Trucks get out of shape. And a really good job to slow it down here by the 00. See everything unfold in front of him and just parks it. Good on him. Well done, John Briel. That is a safe race car driver right there. Love to see it. Well, for that effort, he's going to move up to 11th. One of the few drivers with no damage so far in this race. Obviously no fast repair, so if you get damage, you cannot get it completely repaired unless it's minimal. Most of the damage tonight has been anything but minimal. We've seen a few drivers right hooked into the outside wall. This is a pretty heavy contact already. I think we've had a driver leave the session, John DeBarro in the 22, as well as Brandon Yates, who left 18 laps ago. Under our 3rd caution of the night. Only 22 laps into this one. People who are enjoying this are those who are concerned if they could make it to the end on fuel. It was going to be close to split this right in half. Not the case anymore. Should easily be able to make it to the end with one more stop. If you run this tank all the way out of fuel. These caution laps definitely helping. Everybody pitted on the last one, so no issues with making it to the end on one stop. No fuel saving tricks required like we saw last night The VSRL ARCA Series, we saw a couple drivers stretch it about 10% of the run on fuel. We're able to finish first, second, and fourth on that strategy, respectively. What are we going to get tonight, though? Vegas, not really known for fuel mileage racing, typically for multi-groove, side-by-side sort of racing like last week at Kansas. You never know what to expect here in the QSR. Tuesday Night Thunder Truck Series could be anything. Last week we went, I believe, 1 caution to start and green to the end. This one had a rash of cautions to start. Of course, not what any driver wants, but we are running out of trucks here in this race. Lead lap trucks for sure. We've only got 16 of them left, and Austin Thomas still on the pit lane. That might make that number 15 as Jason Foskey leaves pit road. Remember, he was turning to the outside wall. They did a really nice job repairing that truck after he got right hooked by the 21. I would have thought that would have been a day ender, but not the case here. Completing lap number 23. Working lap 24. Lights are out on the pace truck. Yes, I believe the 22 has parked it for the evening. Stephen Mago may have to as well. I don't know if he can get that 83 fixed. He's out of the race, it looks like. That's 19, 20, and 21 with Brandon Yates, who was minding his own business when the first caution of the day ended up right in his lap. Top 5. Jesse Gordon, Ronnie Joyner, Daniel Mulnix, Ryan Philbrick, and Quentin Stewart. Galen Wunsch in 6th, Dirk Likes up to 7th, Bobby Duche in 8th, 9th is Shane Ferguson, and 10th is Brent Allen. John Breel 11th, Larry McClellan in 12th, Patrick McPeak 13th, Pena is 14th, Foskey in 15th, Austin Thomas 16th, last driver on the lead lap. Let's see if we can go green this time. Hopefully to the end of the race here. Let's just replay pit stops. I want to see this championship 4 battle it out. Ace truck is off. High side's rolling a little bit faster. Not quite as good a jump this time. Gordon's going to get the lead into 1. 24 can slide down. He will. That was Philbrick and Mulnick side by side off of 2. Who's going to get the advantage? Well, the 24 is going to get alongside the 10 as they go side by side in turn number 3. Gordon is going to clear off of 4, it looks like. Yes, he will. As Galen Wunsch is doing the top 5 for the first time tonight. 24 throws it up. Gonna try and cross over here. Back at his teammate. He's got the momentum. He's got the high side. It didn't work last time. Maybe shot number 2 will be different. Dead even off the corner. High exit, not going to affect him. Momentum, give it to the 24. He's not going to lead that lap, however. Oh, he did lead that lap. Goodness gracious. That'll be one of the closest finishes I think you'll ever see here. If that was the end of the race, it's not though. He's going to lead another lap, it looks like. 24 clears for the lead. First time we've had a lead change all day. And here comes Mulnix. Second in points, currently 3rd in the race. Gonna take over 2nd from Jesse Gordon, the points leader. And that may make the 10 no longer the points leader. That's how close it is. Speaking of close, heck of a battle. Further back in the field, just saw Shane Ferguson go way wide. It was a number of spots. First real side-by-side racing is now cleared up. It was the 55 and the 00. They have sorted it out, as it is a heck of a battle up at the front. Got on board with Ryan Philbrick, running in a very familiar 4th position. Right behind Jesse Gordon, the pole sitter and the points leader. Venom Motorsports teammates, Joyner and Mulnix, leading the race. Got Galen Wunsch, another one of their teammates, in 5th. Fourth of their teammates, that would be the 48. Derek McMurtry not attending this race here tonight. It's Quentin Stewart under fire from Larry McClellan. It's the battle for 8th. What can the 52 do? Get around the CEO. A little damage on the right rear. Quentin Stewart from an earlier incident. These two have a bit of a gap. The 90 in front of him. The 52 clear off of corner. I don't know if he will. I think Quentin Stewart's still there. Yes, he is. Hard drive into turn. Number 3 easily going to clear. That was Real and Pena. The two side by side. As Pena works into the top 10. Mulnix and Joyner under a 1/10 of a second, under a truck length between them. The two working with that teammate of his. We'd be trying to get a little bit of drafting help and pull away from the field, although it's going to be tough. The top 7 all lined up nose to tail. It's only 9/10, back to 7. No ground to be gained for anyone up there in that top group. Quentin Stewart getting passed by the driver on the move. That's Tristan Pena up to 9th now. Maybe Pena has something for that top group. Let's see what he's doing in the truck. A little bit free off the corner. He's got the 52 of McClellan in front of him. A bit of a higher entry here, trying to avoid those bumps that we talked about earlier. Looks like that's working for him. Some action up front here. Philbrick gonna push the 10 around the 24. He's got passed by his teammate. Daniel Mulnix has taken over the lead for the first time today. Up at the front of the field. The only one of these front 4 who hasn't led is Ryan Philbrick. As the 10, very close to the back bumper of the 24. Not quite going to get there into 3. He will take a bit of a later entry. Going to get alongside, going to get tight, have to wash up, out of the throttle. Here comes Philbrick. Here comes Galen Wunsch as well. It's not over. Jesse Gordon might lose out on 4th and 5th. Continues to break this way. He will get it regrouped in time for Galen Wunsch to arrive. But here comes the 199. Got a bit of a connection issue there for the 199. Apologies for that, everybody. As every lap, the top 4 seem to change hands a little bit more. Now it's Mulnix, Joyner, Philbrick, and Gordon. These are the closest battles on the racetrack. Pena has stalled out in his attempt to catch Larry McClellan. Rides about 7/10 back of the 52, who is 6/10 back of the 90. Riding a little bit behind Dirk Likes as well. I also believe Dirk Likes is one of those Venom Motorsports drivers. Apologies, I missed that earlier. Gordon, got to work on Philbrick. The back bumper of the 06. That is what it looks like. Although I can't imagine he's doing too much mirror driving right now. All out the windshield. It's out the windshield. It's the top two slowly driving away. They are catching a lap truck. I believe that would be Reed Sanders. No, maybe Patrick McPeak. It is Patrick McPeak, who has lost the rear bumper and has, I think, all four corners of that truck damaged. There are the leaders very quickly approaching this wounded 61. Qualified up in the fourth spot and a great start to the race. Obviously caught up in that Quentin Stewart, Galen Wunsch fiasco early for the first caution of the day. Let's see, where does the 61 go to get out of the way here? He will go right down to the bottom, down the middle. I don't know if he quite realized the closing speed of the two with Daniel Monix. Top four able to get around cleanly. As the battle right now is truly for the third position, or second position, apologies. 3 cars going for it. 10's going to try a crossover. Michael to the inside of Philbrick. I think he will get there. Yes, he will. Jesse Gordon. Power move off of turn 4. That's going to allow Ronnie Joyner to ever so slightly pull away. Don't look now, but the 50 of Tristan Queen has gone around the 52. Just as Philbrick gets around Gordon. '06 trying to roll the high line on the 24 is going to have momentum. But will it be enough? Get around Ronnie Joyner. I don't think it will be this time by. They'll barrel it off into turn number 1. Scrap back here as well. 21. The 6th, the quickly fading 52. Giselle trying to work around McPeak. Oh, Brent Allen hard on the outside wall. What happened there? For the PDI Low Country Granite number 13, he knocked down the wall. No damage somehow. As the battle for second is intense. Philbrick has gotten to the outside of Joyner and off at turn 2. It's going to be a close one. Looks like it's going to be Philbrick taking that spot away, one step closer, leading his first lap of the day. Now the 10 and 24 roll side by side. Through 3 and 4. Ronnie Joyner back to the 4th position. A little smoke on the racetrack. Not sure where that's from. Go back to this battle. Ferguson. The 6 of Quentin Stewart and Brent Allen in the 13. Still trying to chase down Larry McClellan in the 52. That's for 9th. Tristan Peñas again stalled out. Behind the 90, he's 1.3 seconds back. Unable to make any headway. Aggressive move for Quentin Stewart. A couple drivers caught the grass. 13 sideways. This might be a battle to watch here for a few laps longer. As these 3 or 4 drivers are going at it. These teammates not afraid to dice it up. Brent Allen to the bottom. No, he's going to push his teammate. Now get off him. Go to the inside here. Not enough momentum on the 13. Push on that dented rear bumper. Still not enough. Stewart to the high line. Allen was inside. That's not going to help at all. The case to pass the 52. This is the battle for the top 10. Let's not forget, these drivers still racing for something, even though it's not a championship. The battle at the front has started to spread out. Looking Quentin Stewart all over the back bumper, Larry McClellan. I can imagine Quentin Stewart smashing square right now. Fan of those NASCAR Thunder games. see if he can take away the position. He's going to get to the inside here. One's on the outside wall. Now we're 3 wide. I would not advise this, folks. Allen running that extreme high line. Love's going to slide up the block. Stewart on the bottom. Brent Allen top to bottom. Aggressive move. Going to get to the inside of McClellan. Is he able to complete the pass? The drone says no, he will not. And look at Jason Foskey. Remember, this truck was backed up into the outside wall not too many laps ago. He's making a charge and a case for the top 10. Brent Allen's going to clear for now. McClellan to the high line, not enough momentum. Give Brent Allen the 9th position. The battle on for 10th still. Oh, everyone's blocking to the high line. The 6 is in the fence. Foskey going to get the inside of the CEO. But look at the run down the back. Big block to the high line. Nowhere to go with it. Block to the bottom. The 52 truck is wide. Gonna block both lanes off of turn 4. This racing is unbelievable. Reed Sanders trying to get involved. Remember, the 4 is a lap down. The Detroit Red Wings truck. Caught up in one of those earlier incidents. Foskey's gonna get around the 6 right now. Can he make it stick off a 4, off a 2? No, he can't. This is definitely the best battle on the racetrack right now. Not missing anything up front. Molnick still leads Philbrook and Joyner. As Reed Sanders tries to insert himself into this battle. All 4 trucks sail it off into turn number 1. McClellan going to try and slide up. Does he have enough? Oh, just not quite enough. Whitton Stewart's going to get to the outside, little door bang into turn number 3. Elbows out for 10th. Contact off the corner. They all got tight. Oh, it's back on the racetrack. Foskey's caught up in it again. McClellan, Foskey, the 21's in it. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. We saw it live. Just past halfway. The 52's all torn up. I can't imagine. The 29's much better. Lost the back bumper for a second time. Let's check it out here on the instant replay. Oh, tough break for those drivers for the 10th spot. Back a little further here. Obviously no ill will here, and really just a racing incident again. We saw the 52 get tight off the corner with the 6 to his inside. Broke loose and then could not quite save it. A little door contact there. We saw that earlier. Get a great view from the blimp here. 52's washing up the racetrack, into the door, saves it back across into Foskey, into the Sanders, and then into the 21. John Briel able to get by as well. Another safe drive. Let's see what his view was like of this one. Not quite as impressive as of a miss. But he did it regardless. All 5 of those trucks involved in it somehow. John Briel comes out smelling like a rose here. Been able to just lock it down. Yeah, great job. Another good textbook wreck avoidance right there. The 0-0. Missed the pit box, however. That's unfortunate for him. The race off pit road. Who's it going to be this time? Comes Philbrick. There goes Molnix. Oh, Joyner just going to get the 10 by inches. Thank goodness for no collision physics in the pit boxes, says Ronnie Joyner. He's able to clear for third. Patrick McPeak going to gain some spots here, and that heavily damaged. 61. Surprised that thing can still roll. Every corner that thing is mangled. John Briel up to 11th after the pit stop. Shane Ferguson somehow in the top 10 after multiple incidents. Quentin Stewart and Brent Allen, the PDI teammates, find themselves 8th and 9th. Tristan Pena still rides in 7th. Brody Duché in 6th. Galen Wunsch up to 5th. Then your top 4, we've highlighted them extensively throughout this race. Jesse Gordon, Ronnie Joyner, Ryan Philbrick, and Daniel Molnix, top 4 here after 56 of 100 scheduled laps from Las Vegas. The PDI 150. PDI is your one-stop shop for everything diesel injection, from pump repairs to turbochargers. PDI specializes in Bosch, Denso, Delphi, Zexel, and more. With nationwide shipping and trusted brands, they've got you covered. Check out PDI for all your diesel needs. They're the best in the business and a proud sponsor of tonight's race. Thank you again for at least the third time this season being the sponsor here for the QSR Simulations Tuesday Night Thunder Truck Series. Let's remind everybody what's on the line here. Point standings up on your screen. Jesse Gordon, Daniel Molnix, Ryan Philbrick, and Ronnie Joyner, your top 4 in the race, top 4 in the standings, all with a legitimate shot at winning a championship next week. Joyner's got some work to do. The other 3 are in damage control. Try not to lose any spots, any points, because you're going to need every one of them. Talladega next week will determine the champion. Jason Foskey probably a little too far back, as is Brent Allen, to fight for the championship next week. But by goodness, they're going to try. Allen up to 8th. Foskey had an up-and-down day. He is 13th, still on the lead lap. Currently on pit road, though, might. Well, there he is in the back of the field. Probably won't lose a lap here. But not been a good day for 29. Look at the schedule. Started off August 20th at Daytona. We have rolled all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast, from the north to the south. And we are back here in Las Vegas. Next week, Talladega going to wrap this whole thing up, crown the first champion. I wonder what the trophy will be like. Every race winner getting a trophy that looks like this, made by the CEO himself. Not sure what the championship one looks like. Maybe you'll have to get a sneak peek next week. Pace lights are out again. Little race recap for you. 4 cautions and 2 lead changes. Only top 4 driver to not lead so far has been Ryan Philbrick in 2nd. Just under 100 degrees in the track temp today. Maybe attributing to some of this loose condition these drivers are facing. Molnix has the inside line under his control. Philbrick on the outside. Into the restart zone. We're green again here in Vegas. Top line did not get going. I think the inside line had a bit of a voice chat. Voice chat advantage there. Nothing wrong with that. Perfectly timed by the 24. He's going to jump a few spots. Up to 2nd. Side by side. We got Allen and Wunsch. Two drivers who have... Oh, we got Ferguson way below the apron. Austin Thomas able to corral it. Bunch of drivers in the fence there. I don't know if this is going to go well for a few of these guys. Brent Allen forces his way in front of Pena and Wunsch. Reed Sanders has left the session. Will end up 17th in this race. Dirk Likes right behind him in 18th has also left the session. Gerald Sensabaugh, currently 5 laps down, the only driver laps down and still on the racetrack. Side-by-side, only side-by-side battle in the race right now between Wunsch and Allen, now between Pena and Allen. Allen lost 2 spots in that one corner. As the 90, the first driver to break into the top 4. Not in the championship 4. Quietly work his way through the field. Started 21st, the last driver on the grid. Has gained a full 17 positions. Up at the front, top 3 breaking away. It's 3/10. The back bumper of Philbrick to the swarm behind them. Oh, Galen Wunsch with a bit of a moment on the bottom. That's got to make the 10 a little uncomfortable. 90's in the wall. Almost 3 wide. They thought better of it. 2 by 2. Wunsch going to clear. Now it's side by side for 5th. Make it side by side for 6th. Not quite. Pena can't get to the outside. Tried to shut the air off on the 55. Didn't work. They're all getting backed up behind Philbrick. It's Joyner and Molnix still nose to tail. Up at the front of the field. Just tell Jesse Gordon is driving his heart out right now. You can see the points quickly evaporating. Tried on board for a lap with the 10. Listen to the throttle trace. Not cutting your points lead or any slack. Saw a big lift happen in the middle of 1 and 2 for the 10 to knock it into the side of the 55. Don't look now, here comes Philbrick. What a run to the inside he's got here. Air's gonna get shut off by the 24 and Galen Wunsch to the outside. That's exactly what the top 2 want to see, a friendly face, a teammate. Help out their cause. And look at Pena in the 55, trying to get around the 90. Jesse Gordon, the pole sitter, has fallen back to 7th, the lowest position of the day. And this will certainly give Daniel Mullins the points lead if it were to end just like this. Of course, not over yet. Only 2/3 of the way through this 100-lap race. Another 34 to go. Oh, tight for the 90. Up into the side of Galen Wunsch. See it barrel off again. Climb the banking. Into 1. The high line's been surprisingly good tonight. Usually it's bottom dominant. You can really hook the inside line out of turn 2. Keep the right rear nice and happy. Haven't seen a lot of it so far this evening. Because I believe this is the most precision-based 1.5 miles. Got to be precise at every corner here to not burn up the tires. I have not seen anybody better at it than Daniel Mullins. Always a force here. I believe this is his favorite racetrack. Might have a chance to ask him after this. As Foskey and McClellan, both in damaged trucks, fight about 16 seconds behind the leader. This, for a moment, was a great battle. It's kind of gone away from them. As Gordon has got around the 90. Philbrick all over the back bumper, now to the inside of Ronnie Joyner. That's for second. 24 is going to give that spot up. Yes, he will. And we've seen the 24 fade on long runs for most of the season. Really good on the short runs, the first 20 laps, 15 laps or so. That kind of falls away from the 24. Seeing it again here tonight. See, Philbrick be good on the long runs, typically. And Molnex can't find a weakness with that guy. Truck nearly got the outside wall. I think maybe Gordon did catch the outside wall just a bit. As he works his way back up to the top 5, sitting right in front of him. Tristan Pena is the one he needs to pass to get up into the top 5. But the 55 is currently 5th. Lunch backing this group up just a bit. A little further back, John Briel, Quentin Stewart scrap for 9th. As well as Austin Thomas has got that rust bucket repaired. Ninth, 10th, and 11th. A scrappy battle. Not too far behind Brent Allen, who works on the 90. Can he get a run? No, well, he gets a run. I don't know if he's going to be able to do anything with it. He will not peek to the inside. Into 3. Thomas going to get around Briel. Working on Quentin Stewart now. A little smoke in front of him. Brent Allen. Oh, we got a contact. The 6 is around on the outside wall. Briel got him. No caution. We have to go back and watch that one again. Might be some more fireworks here. I don't think there will be. Let's take a quick replay and see what just happened. Here we are on the front stretch. See the 00 go to the high line. I don't know if the 6 knew he was there. I don't think he did. Definitely not intentional. John Briel and Quentin Stewart. Back to the live shot here. It didn't cost too much to the 6. He's back, lost a couple spots here. That's Jason Foskey, apologies. Oh no, Quentin Stewart's on pit road. He's going to lose a ton of time here. Tough break for the CEO. Back up to the top 8. We're just now lapping him. As well as the 61 of Patrick McPeak. Jesse Gordon has gotten back to 5th. Dalen Wunsch, the only driver in front of him before he catches up to his fellow top 4 in the points. Molnix continues to lead. He has led 41 circuits so far today. Going to make that 42 here in about a quarter mile. Behind him, Ryan Philbrick has yet to lead a lap, up 5 spots from 7th to 2nd. Ronnie Joyner, where he started in 3rd, he's led 8 of them so far. Galen Wunsch playing maybe some defense for his teammates. He is up here in 4th after gaining 9 spots. Pole sitter, who led 25 laps, Jesse Gordon, has fallen back to 5th. Brent Allen up 8 spots to 6th. Down 1 for Tristan Pena. He runs 7th. The 90, apologies, who started shotgun on the field, he's up to 8th, having a great run so far tonight. Austin Thomas is 9th. John Briel at 10th after gaining 9. Shane Ferguson is 11th from 18th. Mason Foskey, remember, he started in 12th. Not a good night for the 29 machine. Patrick McPeak is 13th. He's probably the biggest loser of the day, all things considered, having to drive around in a wrecked race truck for the rest of the evening. Quinn Stewart in 14th, he's on pit road still. And behind him, drivers who are multiple laps down. As we just had a pass for 4th, not quite completed. The 10 had a shot at him. Galen Wunsch couldn't get it. To put a bow on the rest of the field, McPeak is 1 lap down, Quentin Stewart 4 down, Gerald Sensabaugh is now 5 behind the pace. He's just going to get that spot here shortly. Larry McClellan in the 52, Reed Sanders, Bert Likes, John DeBarrow, Stephen McGough, and Brandon Yates all off the racetrack, 16th through 21st in that order. Oh, the 10 is right to the back bumper. Can he get the job done? That's hooking the bottom, just like that. Loose off the corner. Gonna get that right rear nice and engaged. Can the 10 get it done? Watch holding them up as well. It's 1.2. Ronnie Joyner in front of Galen Wunsch. You can see the gap, 3rd to 4th. Jesse Gordon still stuck behind. And we are going to be reasonably close on fuel here, folks. No guarantee that we can make it to the end on fuel. It'll be close. Bring up our race analysis while we watch this epic battle here for the 4th spot. Race analysis says 46 to 50 on fuel. I heard 48 is a legitimate number. We're going to be right around that when we get to the end of this race. It could be a little bit tight on fuel. Oh, and I made a mistake earlier. Stephen McGough is back on the racetrack. After over 38 minutes in the pit lane, he is back on the racetrack and picking up spots, 59 laps behind the pace. He just gained into the top 20. I don't have any awards to give for the 83, but that is perseverance at its finest form. Well done, Stephen McGough. You keep doing you. To 19th in this race. Jesse Gordon take another shot at Galen Wunsch to the inside. Under 20 remaining in this one. Oh, he's going to race him really hard. Wow, that was close. That's the same thing that Pena had happened to him earlier with Austin Thomas. That one not nearly as disastrous. I cannot imagine that's going to make Penn very happy at all. And nothing wrong with this. I just want to point that out. This is not somebody trying to help their teammates and somebody trying to finish in the top 5 in what has been a dismal season for Galen Wunsch. We are here to race, are we not? To the inside goes the 10. Trying everything he can. He's going to get right to the quarter panel. Slide up the track just a little bit. He's still to the quarter panel, going to fall behind. And don't look now, Brent Allen is on the way. Lapping a little faster than these two in front of him. And that is a driver who will not be afraid to stick the elbows out. In fact, he is 6th in points. He's still got something to race for with Foskey having a bad day. Brent Allen will take over 5th in points. Top 5 points in this league. That is a tall order. This battle has subsided a little. Move up to the front of the field. Philbrick hunting down Daniel Mullins. Have not been on board with the 06 at all today. 15 more times around if we do the scheduled distance. Mullins so smooth. We go around the bumps. Not quite get down to the white line. Philbrick with a much higher exit. In the tire tracks. Through turn number 3. Difficult racetrack to get anything done. Hard to pass. Really hard to pass here. Galen Wunsch again with a big move on Jesse Gordon. These two will not quit it. Oh, Gordon right on the back bumper of Wunsch. That is not going to help the arrow. It's about 2 feet between those trucks. Another dive to the inside. Here goes the 10. Slide job. Oh, deep dive into the corner. He's going to park the bus in front of the 199. Going to get loose. Oh, wow. What a save. Somehow he saved that truck. Wow. Oh, my goodness. He drove that thing for all it was worth and then a little bit more. That was incredible. Incredible move. I almost want to go back and watch this from the cockpit. Let's go back on this and replay. Back another few seconds here. This is off of 2. Get back to the live shot just after this. Look at this drive. He's loose. He's tight. Little hit from behind there, and he's just wheeling it off the corner. Terrific work. So Reese's the points leader, folks. Dude can drive a race truck. Back to the live shot. He's got 1.7 in front of him to chase down Ronnie Joyner. Maybe get another point out of this thing. Only 12 to go. 11 this time by. Molnick still leads over Philbrick. This battle has not changed since the start of the run. The top 4 all together again in the points in the race. Brent Allen has closed into the back of Galen Wunsch. See if the 13 is able to make any noise. It's a little free off of turn 4 as well. 12 drivers in the lead lap. Gerald Sensabaugh, 13th, first driver, laps down. He is 5 laps down. Quinn Stewart, 8 behind the leader. Patrick McPeak now 12 down. Larry McClellan is 19 down. Stephen Magot, 19th, is 59 down, still on the racetrack. In fact, that's him a little bit behind this battle, trying to pass Tristan Payne. Just because we're racing. It just feels good to pass trucks. Sometimes even when you're 20 laps behind the next truck. Having a good battle here. Tristan Pena currently in 7th. Probably not loving this too much, but it's the way it goes sometimes. See if Pena will give it up. Yes, he will give the spot to the charging 83. Back up to Brent Allen, running a very high line here. Trying to get some momentum on Galen Wunsch. It's not working. 8 laps to go here in Las Vegas. Oh, wall contact for the 13. Unforced error. We'll lose him at least a 10th and a half. Yeah, not working right now. Went into that corner 3/10 back, left it 5/10 back. Wall contact. Back up front, Philbrick and Molnix still fighting for it. Molnix has led 60 of the 100 laps. Well, haven't run 100 yet, but he's led over half the race, period. Philbrick still yet to lead his first. I don't exactly know how bonus points work this season, but that Molnix machine be getting all of them. And looks like he will finish. If it stays this way, a couple spots ahead of Jesse Gordon, take the points lead back. It's going to be tight into Talladega next week. This is one of those pressure moments everybody talks about, always trying to have, as 35 works around the 90. Austin Thomas trying to bring the old rust bucket up to the front. 8th spot, something that passes for, and it's not over yet. 90 back to the high line here. They get right to the quarter panel, but cannot roll the center. Austin Thomas up to 8th, and oh, the 90's in the grass. Oh, goodness. That is not going to help. Going to hit the wall again here, potentially. No, he will keep it pointed the right direction. That's going to lose him a ton of time. Luckily, ways back about 4 seconds to John Briel. We'll give a shout out to John Briel. With 5 laps to go, running in P10, able to stay out of most of the incidents today. Obviously, that one on the high side of turn number 2, not really of his doing. Had a terrific race today. Congratulations, regardless of how it ends up. Been a great run for John Briel. Big shout out to the driver to 00 making steady improvements week in and week out. Love to see it here on V-Speed and in QSR Tuesday Night Thunder Truck Series. Vosky trying to get a spot back from the 21. These two have had history already in this race. Remember, caution number 2, I believe, was the 29 spinning into the outside wall with help from Shane Ferguson in the 21. 3 laps remain, not missing anything up at the front. It's still a quarter second between first and second. Molnick's back to Philbrick. 1.6, then back to Joyner. Another 1.1 back to Gordon. So nothing changing up front. Vosky is going to take the 11th spot away from Ferguson, as McClellan just passed by Patrick McPeak. Also of note, 2 laps to go from Las Vegas. No spots up for grabs right now. Closest battle is now the top 2, and it's 3/10. It's grown just a bit. Daniel Molnix looking to add another Vegas win to his resume. Philbrick closed it in a little bit. Gonna lose out of turn 4. Lose a little bit of time. The white flag is out for Daniel Molnix. I don't think the 06 can get him. Gonna take a miraculous final lap down the backstretch. 3/4 of a mile to go into turn number 3. The Blue Deuce. It's got the king on it. And the king of Las Vegas is going to be Daniel Molnix today. Molnix going to win in Las Vegas. $67 laps left. How does 3/4 of the race sound, even if you round up? Well done, Daniel Molnix. Also got the fast lap of the day. Only driver in the 30.7s. Apologies, one of 2 drivers in the 30.7s. Great day for Daniel Molnix. Gonna take the points lead back. Heading into Talladega, where anything can happen. Any kind of edge is well worth having. Congratulations, Daniel Molnix, on the win here in Las Vegas. We're going to step aside here. You've been watching the QSR Simulations Tuesday Night Thunder Truck Series presented by PDI, the PDI 150. PDI is your one-stop shop for everything diesel injection. From pump repairs to turbochargers, PDI specializes in Bosch, Denso, Zexel, Delphi, and more. The nationwide shipping and trusted brands, they've got you covered. Check out PDI for all your diesel needs. They're the best in the business and proud to sponsor tonight's race. Be back after a short message from our sponsors with your race results and interviews with your top 3, Ronnie Joyner, Ryan Philbrick, and Daniel Molnix. Be back right after this.
And here comes Milo, big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count out to 37.
Oh!
No, gets burned!
Cabot Where did he come from?
Here
comes Zwack.
A punch from the 33.
It's a drag race.
The Magic Man wins it Auto Club.
Back here on V-Speed here at Las Vegas. Just concluded the PDI 150 QSR Simulations Tuesday Night Thunder Truck Series. And here is how it went. A little choppy to start. Hit the right button this time. There we go. A little choppy to start. 4 cautions, all in the first 50. Clean and green to the end from there. 2 lead changes. The first one, Jesse Gordon. Then it was Ronnie Joyner. Then it was Daniel Mulnix. And it ended up that way. Mulnix leading the final 67 laps of the event. Ryan Philbrick comes home second. Ronnie Joyner in third. Jesse Gordon in fourth. The top 4 in points. The top 4 finishers in the race. Galen Wunsch in fifth. One of his best runs of the season. Brent Allen having a good run in sixth. Tristan Pena in seventh. Austin Thomas, resilient, finishes in eighth. The 90 finishes in ninth. John Briel going to finish in 10th here tonight after gaining 9 spots, starting in 19th. Jason Foskey had a very difficult day, caught up in 2 different accidents, turned into the outside wall. He finishes in 11th. Shane Ferguson put him there. He finishes in 12th. Gerald Sensabaugh 5 down in 13th. Quentin Stewart finishes 8 laps down after contact in 14th. Larry McClellan parked it early. He finishes 15th. Patrick McPeak, heavy damage most of the night, 16th, invert the car number on that truck. Reed Sanders finishes 17th, Dirk Likes in 18th, Stephen McGough 19th. Even though he was running at the end, perseverance at its finest for driver 83. The Barrow finishes in 20th. Wrong button again. Brandon Yates 21st. Mike Petrin in 22nd was race control here tonight, did not take the grid. Now let's get down trackside and talk with your top 3 finishers here. Ronnie Joyner up first. Ronnie Joyner, it's Morgan up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, buddy.
All right. Well, you came into this race after what I would say is probably a tough one last week at Kansas. Not exactly what you were looking for after that wall contact off of 4. But tonight, you put together about as good of a race as you could ask for. Started up in third, exactly where you finished, led 8 laps. If there's a bonus point for that, you captured it. This is exactly what you needed going into Talladega. How do you feel about getting a championship next week if the cards line up?
We're going to have some help happen with the guys that are up in the front just from that 4 finishes, Kansas. But looking forward to Talladega. It's going to be some drama there, and what better place to have drama than Talladega?
Yeah, definitely will be a lot of drama. But this one, again, for you, pretty drama-free. We could walk through it from start to finish, but it was pretty simple. You stayed up in the top 3, top 4 pretty much all day. What was it like from behind the wheel of this 24 tonight?
It was really, really tight and eating the right front off the truck tonight. And it was tight and just didn't have nothing for them 2 boys up in front of me. And a great race. And congrats to Daniel because this is his track. And I haven't found nothing I can beat him at Vegas in yet. So maybe we'll try the 87s next.
You're just going to keep changing the car till you find one?
Till I find one at Las Vegas. Daniel's track is Vegas, man. He's always won there.
Yes, he's
got my number for sure there. So
he's beat me a couple times here as well. But, I mean, like I said, I can't say enough about just how good of a race this was. A great rebound for you. A little choppy at the start. Obviously, a few cautions sprinkled in that first 50. And then from there, able to make it to the end. Fuel wasn't really a concern. We were right in that kind of that pit window. What do you have to say kind of about this race as a whole for yourself and for the rest of the league?
I think it was a great race and a testament to what this truck series has put on. And, of course, see the same names up at the front running nice and clean with each other. And it's just all around great race. And this truck series has been fun to run in and look forward to the next season that we come out with. So.
It definitely been a fun one. Who do you want to shout out? Who do you want to thank for the 3rd place finish here tonight at Las Vegas?
Yep. Thank QSR for putting this stuff on and V-Speed for broadcasting. Congrats again to Daniel. Venom Motorsports took home a win right here and leading the points. So going to Talladega. So we'll do what we can to bring that championship home next week.
Right on. Well, best of luck to you there, Ronnie. And congratulations on third place finish here, and we'll catch you next time.
All right, Morgan. Have a good night.
You bet. You as well. That's your third place finisher tonight, Ronnie Joyner in the 24. Going to move on to second spot here, Ryan Philbrick. Ryan, it's Morgan up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, second spot. You chased down Daniel Molnix, got to his back bumper, and just couldn't do anything with it. What more did you need to get around the Blue Deuce?
I'm not really sure, honestly. I think I might have waited a little too long. I was kind of saving for a little bit. There was probably 20, 25 to go. I felt like I was a little quicker, but I was hoping to save and be able to make a move with more like 10 to go, then not have to hold them off as long. But just fell off after a while, and then once I finally did go 17, we're both probably saving, but once I said there's no more saving, it's time to go, I'd catch him a little bit through 1 and 2, but then he'd pull me 3 and 4 and wasn't able to do much with it.
That's what we saw.
And him in the clean air, I think, helped too, but I still felt pretty good about it.
Yeah, for sure. This is known as Daniel Molnix's racetrack here. He has yet to lose a QSR race at Vegas, as far as I'm aware. But you kept him honest here tonight. Second spot.
I was just going to say that. That's an accomplishment right there. So
definitely, you kept him honest. You're only the finish here 0.355 seconds behind him. So definitely a phenomenal effort for you. And this is what you needed in the points. You came in 9 back. You're probably only going to be a few back now. Now that you obviously finished ahead of the 10 by a couple spots. No laps led for you tonight. That was kind of the one kind of drawback. But what more did you need tonight, starting from the very beginning of the race?
I don't know. It went pretty good. I think it's the second half of it that would have been, there was no issues at the beginning of it. I wouldn't have changed that. I was in a good position. Just learn. He's higher level than me. He just learn from it and get better. Come back again, try to do something different next time.
All right, and speaking of next time, the next one here is going to be at Talladega. You are very much in the championship hunt. What's the mindset into Talladega? Is it attack? Is it defend? What are you trying to do next week at that behemoth of a super speedway?
Basically get through the race and be in the top 4 with, 5 or 10 to go and have a clean car and not get wrecked. That'd be the first battle, because I'm sure there's going to be some wrecks, and don't get caught up in them. And then see who's there and what moves need to be made, based on who's leading and who I got to beat in points. That'd probably be my game plan right now. But
right on. Well, we wish you the best of luck next week, just like we do all the top 4 in the points. But while we got you here, who do you want to shout out? Who do you want to thank for second place at Las Vegas?
All my teammates, Yates, McPeak. We had Brody in the Discord tonight. That was nice. He hasn't been around in a while. He's been running some other stuff. All the admins, QSR, it's been a great league. V-Speed for putting it on, and all the drivers are coming out every week.
Right on, Ryan. Thank you for your time. That's your second place finisher tonight, Ryan Philbrick. We're going to move ahead to the top step of the podium. It's his house. Daniel Molnix, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
So, are you capable of losing at this racetrack, or is it just like a 1 every time you come here? Just check them off in every series.
I didn't win here in our Xfinity series we did last season.
I thought you did. Was that Joyner?
No. I don't remember who won. I know I led a bunch of laps in it though.
Oh, I could have swore it was you. Anyway, it wasn't me. But regardless,
Yeah.
I'm going to still say it was you because you're so good here. I mean, just unbelievable. 67 laps led out of the 100 that we ran. Once you got that clean air, you never looked back. What is it with you in this racetrack that is just so special?
Me and Ryan were just talking about it while we were waiting. 1 and 2 we were pretty even. I think I was able to pull maybe a 10th on him in 3 and 4. He was telling me he couldn't quite get it figured out, and I was like, I'm not going to spill my secrets. But I just, like I told him, I just made some laps here and kind of stumbled up on something that worked for me. And, like in the trucks here, I mean, it's easy to just drive the tires off of it. I mean, if you wanted to, you could run wide open, at least for the first handful of laps. But, then it just quits working. The front end won't turn, and then next thing you know, you're in the fence. And it's hard to find that balance because, if it's too loose, then, you back it into the fence. So I just like the way this place is. It's the track's old enough to where it's got some character, like the bumps down in 1 and 2 that you got to be careful with. You can drive through them sometimes. Sometimes you got to drive around them. But yeah, I'm not gonna spill all my secrets about this place.
All good. I don't expect you to, at least not live over the air. Maybe that's more of a private conversation for later. But
Yeah,
but
I might give you a few pointers.
right on. I like to hear that. But this Blue Deuce had the king on it. You were the king today here in Vegas. You're
Mhm.
going to come out here with the points lead into Talladega next week. What's the mindset? What are the thoughts, knowing that you have the most to lose next week in Alabama?
Pretty much just the fact. I mean, it's a crapshoot. I mean, you look at like Daytona at the start of the season. My plan in that race was just kind of ride them back till 10 or 12 to go and make my way up to the front. And every time I got ready to do that, they would wreck right in front of me. I'd get caught up in it. So, um, I mean, it's Talladega. You can wreck leading, and you can get caught up in a wreck being in the very back. It's just, I, I- I'd like to, of course, get some laps led, and really all you can do is just try and be there at the end. I mean, you were in that Xfinity race with us last year at Talladega. At one point in that race, I was 2 laps down, and we finished
Yes.
4 wide.
Yes, you
So,
finished 4th in that one for sure.
and so you can. I mean, am I confident about it? Yes, but at the same time, it's Talladega. You don't know what you're gonna get.
That's right. Cautious or confident, optimistic, but also cautious.
Mhm.
It's a fine balance to have at that super speedway for sure. But while we got you up here, Daniel, it was a great race. It's been a great season for you. Who do you want to shout out? Who do you want to thank up here on the V Speed Victory Lane?
Uh, Ronnie Joyner, all the guys at Venom Motorsports. We put the time in for this, and um, we help each other out. And you guys, Morgan, Bradley, everybody at V Speed puts this on. Um, you guys are my opinion, best broadcast team that there is. And then the QSR admin. I know it's been a long season, on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. Thursday nights, we still got a little bit to go, but trying to get some stuff kind of lined up for next season, since both of these are kind of winding down. And that's about all I got for you.
Right on. Well, thank you for your time, Daniel. Congratulations on the win here. I think you're second of the season. Is that right?
I think so.
Charlotte in
Should
this
have
one?
been. Dover I should have had, but yeah, Charlotte and this one.
Right on. But anyway, congratulations. We'll catch you next week at Talladega. See if you can go win that
All right.
championship.
Appreciate it, Morgan. I'll see you next week.
You bet. See ya. That is your winner tonight, Daniel Molnix. And that is going to do it for the post show here. The QSR Simulations Tuesday Night Thunder Truck Series thanks you for viewing this event. Thank you here on V Speed. It's been a fun one. The PDI 150 here from Las Vegas. Have a look ahead. Said it many times today. Talladega going to crown a champion next week. Same time, same place here on V Speed. If you haven't already, this is your third, maybe even your fourth suggestion to like the video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a moment of the racing action you can't get anywhere else. Nowhere else can you find the QSR Tuesday Night Thunder Truck Series or many of the other leagues that we broadcast here on V-Speed. But for everybody at QSR, Quentin Stewart running the league, all the admins, Venom Motorsports, as well as Mike Petrin, who in race control. Got to thank him for keeping everything on the rails here tonight. Had a couple tough calls to make, able to make them correctly, I believe. And then everyone at V-Speed, Bradley Cooper, Eddie Smith, Adam Baker, all the other broadcasters, producers behind the scenes that make this thing go round. Wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. And thank you all the fans who watch at home. Tune in for every one of these races. We'll hope to see you again next time here on V-Speed. I've been Morgan Cook. Have a great night, and we'll catch you tomorrow for Racing Revolution, their championship race at Phoenix. See you then.